Hello, this is Jake Knight, Gaming Larger Service for once again back for another Phoenix Ride. And we're going to be starting a new episode, but apparently this is a prelude to the final actual episode. This is going to be like a short one, just to explain what's probably it's about explaining something that we were foreshadowed about in the first episode. So yeah, interesting. We're going to learn about that or something. I don't know. I thought you said you was prelude. No. No, neon. Nothing lewd about it. But yes, we're going to do a flashback apparently. At the very least, from what I saw on the walkthrough briefly, it seems like we're going back in time, flashback again. So, without further ado, we'll do that now. And we're going to be doing the about beginnings. Go. Let it go. Wah, 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 wah. Shut up! Come closer, and I'll kill her. Okay. Sorry. You're not going to get the chance. Oh! Who's that? What's happening? Someone died. Yeah, that's me. Well, it's Phoenix, right? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fei. Fugitive data. Well, this is like super retro. What year is this? Why is the computer like this? Harry Falls, kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. The movements. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, who captured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. The very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. It was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Six years earlier, Mia Fei's first trial. Well, Mia Fei's first trial was an Phoenix Wright's trial then. February 16th, 9:24 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 4, I'm guessing. Yeah, 6 years ago. Oh, I need to voice Mia. How do I voice her? I don't know. We'll try. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Eek! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do... How do I do it? How do I do his voice? I didn't do nothing. I swear. I didn't kill anybody. Harry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. Mr. Falls, police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Oh, sorry. I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? Yeah, I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago. I was tricked, I tell you. Woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, the policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. I'm thinking word a lot. Unless he has steel teeth or something, I don't know. But then it might not hurt, but it might feel very uncomfortable. Unless he like literally bites down the thing. But yeah, even if you're like nibbling on that steel ball, iron ball, it's not something you would do. It's like biting your spoon, steel spoon. It's pretty weird, right? The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After he escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. Hey Naomi, is this Mia's first case? Yes, it's Mia's first case apparently. So that much is true. I did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh. Oh, it's Goddard. It's Goddard, right? Yeah, it's Goddard. It's Goddard. No, it's Neon. Neon. It's you, right? Anyway. You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see our little kitten was doing all alone in a big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Crossberg? Huh, that old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Is that Goddard? No, it's Neon. It's you. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finance attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No. You got it wrong. All wrong. Today you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it though. Huh. Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. I think I remember who the prosecutor is. Yes, you probably know. It's pretty famous, you know. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice. Oh no, I gave him not a childlike voice though. I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. February 16th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. It's Edge! It's Edgeworth! Oh yeah, and this judge is different. Okay, how do I do this one? It's slightly different. So. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fei. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
So you're the new prosecution everyone is talking about, yeah? They say you joined the prosecution's office at quite an early age.
At 20, Your Honor. Oh no, Godot is our sidekick. I don't want him though. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you.
Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, Jack doesn't want me. No. I mean, it's you, but it's also not you.
Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct?
Precisely. The defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, the policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls is responsible for her death? You got it, kitten.
Oh, well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old.
A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
Correct. But in the end, what it finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. Young Edgeworth's eyes isn't as edgy, I guess. Witness's testimony. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. Aha, that's why he's called Falls. Because he's taking the fall for another person's crime? Terry Falls. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Mr. Hawthorne's testimony is the one that put him away.
That policewoman you just mentioned, it wouldn't be...
Tabitha, welcome. You here to look or just talk or what? It's okay if you're just looking. But yeah, welcome. Exactly. The victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. Only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Damn it. The judge's eyes is pretty big. He has hair that grows into his beard. That same was Ganondorf has eyebrows that grows into his hair. Well, I guess, it's all connected. It's on the same skin. Technically, even though even your beard is separated from your hair through a gap, it's all on the same head. It's all on the same head skin head.
Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Wait a minute. That's not right. At At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
Watch yourself, Miss May. I'm not sure I care for your word of choice or your tone of voice.
Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. You're 20 years old. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call first your first witness.
I called the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. He wears exactly like Von Karma. And when he's younger, apparently. Witness, state your name and occupation.
Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that. I mean, he's dressed like Von Karma, too. yeah. He is. That's what I said, right? Didn't I say that he dressed just like Von Karma? But not after, like, in the current timeline, right? He wears kind of different. Or less flashy, I guess.
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes?
Why is it?
You're really gorgeous.
Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you.
Oh, I didn't know Gumshoe had a crush on... Yeah. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Okay, I got it. No, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report.
What does the insult mean? Insult? Chop celery cut noises.
The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here.
Okay. Very cartoonish aerial map, I see.
This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. The river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
Okay.
I see.
Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Anything suspicious about that map? I don't think so.
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Ashworth, I want you to absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor. You're dumb. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Oh no. All these different voices is really testing my skills, I guess. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake, and this guy would drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. They're all very different in their own way.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusty Beach at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. That's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminals stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint, was set up at the base of the mountain.
Okay.
Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Okay. Naturally.
Now, would the defendant please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right, especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Ha, you got me there. Maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Watch court procedure videos? Okay. That would definitely help. I feel like, I don't really have anything to contradict. I might need to get more information. Phone sergeant. Does anyone know who this person is? This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What? Yeah, exactly.
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant Terry Falls. What? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, so she left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
This will have a very surprising outcome. I'm sure of it, Naomi. I'm sure of it. Note.
Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk.
Victim notes to add to the court record.
According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Right, whose priority was it to keep that note from me?
Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? That cute face. I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Sneaky Edgeworth. Did I get a new evidence of it? Oh yeah, I did. That'll be 14th. Hey, it's Valentine's Day. 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. All this time the whole truth must come out. Okay. Our victim is Valerie Hawthorne. Okay. Wait, did I... unknown person, Sergeant Hawthorne went to just reach this in time, met with Mr. Falls. That's where she was brutally murdered, sir. She criminally stuffed her body into a car, tried to get away. Mr. Falls had a car then.
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The offender and the victim both way up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
This guy sure about anything? Sure? Is this guy about... Oh no. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? Why is it like a... It's not really a tongue twister. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? It's just that I guess, there's like two abouts in that sentence. Caught me off guard.
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Harry Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable.
Okay. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
For some reason, man always seemed to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back and nice and firm. The condition of the body was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
You didn't see anything strange, do you, anyway? Well, I do see something strange, but how do I point that out? So there's a blue check with yeah, the last statement doesn't seem to be any relevant. My guess is that I have to present the same photo or something. Or I press this statement. Let me see. That's the fourth statement. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. It's the victim's note. Witness. Okay.
Oh, what is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Fay?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I ever had to actually address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Fay, I'm not sure I like this.
Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Is coffee like what, an alcohol or something? Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective.
Yes, ma'am.
Really is right, teacher. What is Goro talking about? Goro is just being lame. Or I don't know. Maybe slightly sexist. This photo. You say that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
Alcoholic coffee. Sounds like a nice idea. Sounds like a weird idea. Maybe there's something like that. Maybe there's alcoholic coffee. But I have drank something, a pretty weird kind of coffee. I drank durian coffee. Irish coffee. Oh yeah, there is such a thing as Irish coffee. It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. Caller must have forgotten what that victim looked like. What a victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where's the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
To be honest, we didn't find it in the truck, ma'am.
You stop there. You should have looked for it.
Oh! The caller told her to wait to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Atwood, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for, is it this one, perchance?
Well, where did you find it, sir?
Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation and not tell anyone about it until now.
Why? Why did you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know, and I also don't tell anyone about it. That hot shot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough. What it was intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. But you really can't do that, you know.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Fay? Why would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck? Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Miss Files did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we'll show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Everything is moving at its whim. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Not really. He's just sneaky.
Queen!
With a 45 stream streak. I thought you lost it. Apparently not.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. His photo was accidentally taken by a witness who shows the big braided scarf, so. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to say what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. It must have been when the scarf fell off.
I thought I missed the last one. Just because I didn't talk doesn't mean I wasn't here. I might need my channel more and it doesn't. Why are you stalking me, Queen? Stop stalking me. It doesn't?
Look at this photo. You really get the sense that his bridge is very high up. This bridge is very high up.
It's real on Twitch, it's not stalking. I don't know you were watching, so, you know. It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party.
Aha! A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they say they absolutely do not want to testify. The
person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Okay. Something's fishy about this photo, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Right? Supposedly. How do I say this? Was there a hat? Was she wearing a hat? There's no hat here. Right? There's a scarf. But I can't really tell where this picture was taken from. If it was taken from... If we can, like, sort of see Valerie's face, then it means we're taken around here on the other side where the car isn't. I don't know if that's relevant, though. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Oh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again. It's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean? Yeah. I don't like this judge. Really unprofessional. Or like really impatient. Was there incident? This photo of 6 taken by the witness who was the victim wearing the scarf, sir. Seriously, that day, fortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shot the victim down from behind, stab her in the back. And it must have been when the scarf fell off. I think I need to perhaps wearing the scarf, maybe? I don't know. Press this? The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, right? So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of white flowers, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. I think you're on the right track, actually. I guess, maybe. We'll see. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
Some spirits? Now that you mention it, this is this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost.
Drizzling, hard to see. I don't know, I'll just press this. Drizzling, huh?
That's right. There was a little rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. As dreary as the mood that is in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in.
Okay. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog.
I even sleep and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something.
Okay. Press this. Is that part of the witness testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and way he said, brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Okay. Ha. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh? So that is the same one I have to like contradict, right? So it's most likely, I would say, if she fell from the front, why is she not dirty or anything like that, or something? I don't know. Maybe that's my presumption that, you know, it seems pretty clean. If she fell down face first. Right, let me see. Is this the segment? Apparently, I'm looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, apparently not. Apparently, it's the 5th segment. I have to present the crime photo. Yeah. I don't know why I need to present a crime photo though. Wait, not over here. Yeah, apparently it's here. This one. I would have presented it in the 4th one. So, at the time of the crime, there was a little drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and a fog too. Just generally soggy atmosphere.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with this soggy atmosphere.
But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in a car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the condition?
Her entire body, or for one, is it? Gonna give a chance and present. Yeah, her coat. Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
Oh, that's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of a legal league, would be wet, but not muddy.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Surface of the bridge, huh?
Huh. A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. But the judge is a Canadian pro hockey player. I think that's implication. Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The scarf. Evidence is this scarf.
Oh!
Should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Damn. 6 years ago, Edgeworth is a little bit sexist. Hey, same to you, buddy. Edgy Edgeworth.
Miss Fay, this assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's already giving me a choice here. Huh. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in a trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence. It's one of those three.
What you say just now? I'm not sure I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. We won't let him. We'll expose his evidence, and as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is I would say that it's a witness's photo. About a photo that the prosecution claims was taken by a witness. It certainly seems to show a man in prison uniform and a woman in a coat. However, we can't tell any more than that from the photo. Well, it's either the photo is faked or the witness's testimony is fake. Probably the testimony. Are you saying that people in the photo may not be the victim and defendant? Well, that's certainly a possibility. So perhaps it was another prisoner and a policewoman. I admit it. People have their quirks. Perhaps they were part of a role-playing group. Well, I suppose that's also possible, I guess. You messed up again, kitten. Mr. Armando. Well, messing this up is fine, you know. There's no health penalty. There should be something else that's even more suspicious. Nothing to think over again. Right. Oh, now I'm gonna get penalized.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's the witness's testimony. Yeah, it is. I guess it's my second guess. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's a witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that the testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
Yeah, Why didn't we check whether the victim's body's back is muddied or dirtied? It would be easier to figure out things, right? That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
Ha! It's not just true, it's the truth. What? Okay. What's the difference between something being true and something being the truth? If there was really a truly decisive witness in this case, with holes, just like the stabbing victim. I'm certain that boy Wanda over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from the mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself. What a brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by brutal truth? The truth that he keeps twisting. That's what I guess the old Edgeworth will always do. Twist the truth.
Now, let's proceed with the testimony.
It's been brutalized. You mean it's been tampered then?
Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. Battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation?
It's her!
It's the killer! Everyone's so silent I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh! Now look at you. How can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double at a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite.
Okay. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. What is happening? They are smitten by the witness, just like the case with Phoenix Wright. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Mr. Fay, and Miss Fay, you could learn a lot from this man.
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Oh no. I totally forgot how to do her voice, but you know, please be prepared for me to do her voice.
Yes, my dear.
This is my first time, so I'm sure I make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? You lied when he said that it wasn't lewd.
No.
My name is Lisa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You're not.
I don't think that's your name. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? What? How can you be so mean?
Now you see. Now see here. What are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Hey, Danny boy. Hello, Stornix. Welcome. It's been a while.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
Uh-oh. I don't like to turn this test taken.
Look at this photograph.
Or something, I don't know. I got a new style and brand. Ooh, what do you mean by that? New style and brand. Is she staring at me? And you would be... Oh, I'm the defense attorney. My name is Miafe. I see. So you are... going to die.
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I heard and took the photo. It shows a crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. You called the police? Did you? I guess maybe she did.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. That's a lie.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was just using at the time, just like Mr. Ashworth asked me to.
Ho ho ho! What a cute camera. It's like its owner.
Small but powerful model.
Alright then, Miss Faye. Time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
Gavel, gavel. My god, why? Why oh my god? Oh my godding, Neon. Okay. First statement is irrelevant. Then notice there were two people sitting up on the street. Okay, nothing suspicious about that. They start fighting, okay. Maybe I'll press this. Cringe judge. Okay. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? Eh? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. Oh no. I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Okay. That's when I hurried and took the photo to show the crucial moment. After that, I called the police. I'll press this. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Smells like a lie to me.
Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on.
So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. Okay. All I could do was to use my camera. Poor boy. The poor grandson. So I took the photo at the crucial moment and gave it to the police. Right after that, called the police. You know, before I press this, let me just see. Is there... There's something in... Apparently I don't need to press anything. It is the fourth statement. And... we are... Apparently this is the one we are supposed to contradict. Because, we know for a fact that where she's standing is not correct. Apparently we have to present the photo first. Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you mean? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified you saw the two of them starting to fight. Yeah, that's actually true. I probably should have remembered that. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see... The photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really want to capture the crucial moment, what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Wait, what? Is this the Simpson dough? Dough! I don't know. I don't know how to do the dough.
No. My apologies, young lady. Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
You can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I use it all up. The film, I mean. Isn't your camera like a digital camera? Wait, I guess it's not.
You ran out of film.
This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers, and maybe I have deleted some of them as well. Yeah, that's the thing. With Edgeworth, that's a very likely possibility that he deleted the photos that are incriminating or like doesn't support his case. The witness herself. And who took the photos? They must have made him laugh. Well, you see, my camera has a time feature built into it. So, you took photos of yourself.
I remember taking some photos of myself once, too.
Please, no details.
It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps that you could tell us, then you can tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite a poet.
Very well, then. Let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Huh. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. Do you think Godot is gay? I don't know. Suddenly I have that thought. Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. My vibes might be wrong. You know, my vibes might be wrong. I think he's just being stereotypically Spanish. I see. Okay, what's using my camera to take some photos to analyze? Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly they just started fighting. The victim turned around. Turned around and tried to run away. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Okay. "10 yards. I'm gonna see Dusky Breach map. This is 5 yards. 10 yards. It's almost at wait, let me I'm gonna put my fingers at the 5-yard thing. So yeah, she might, if the victim ran 5 yards, she would have stopped where the landed not at the bridge, on the bridge itself. She would landed on the cliffside, on the edge of the cliffside. I don't know. Is that something important? Is that a lie actually? I'm just gonna check there the answer. Apparently it is. It is the answer. Objection. I literally like had to put my fingers, estimate that 5 yards. Because my eyes isn't that good, okay? Alright? I can't eyeball it. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Fay, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say there were 2 contradictions?
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. If they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run. The victim is over there. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, assuming she was there and the picture taken is of in this position, then yeah, I guess she will be running that way.
She would have hit a dead end.
You say 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5. Yeah, my mind is already a few steps further than this. I was right, but not exactly. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. What?
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court.
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Ashworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram. What do you say? What did you say?
What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So you're saying...
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. Excuse me? No one has used that bridge before? Are you saying that there was no hikers that can confirm during the day the bridge was not broken or broken? You gotta be kidding me. You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. No, Edgeworth is just twisting the truth. Huh, that guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward?
Well, Miss Fay, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No, 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 no. It wasn't your fault at all.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was all that witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. I ask you to please proceed with your testimony.
But it's so hard to go on.
We're on your side, Miss Foster.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir.
Okay.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms, and he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
Huh, that's what I like to hear. All right, Miss Faye. Or cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Pew pew. Right, what's the contradiction, actually? This time. Stab her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. And then suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. Just leave on top of the bridge. This is the contradiction, right? I feel like maybe this is the Oh, no. This is not the contradiction, maybe? I'm sorry, I'm only able to talk about what I saw. We could make sure the body stay hidden. I would say maybe it's this. Stab her, quickly picked her up. Maybe not. Carry over the car. Nothing really suspicious. Except for this one, the statement here. I'm not sure. I have to just check. For me, I would have just press and then give up. Okay, apparently we have to present. Yeah, it's this statement. This is the one I'm right on which statement to do something about. Apparently you have to contradict it. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Oh yeah, there's a problem with that. Maybe, I don't know. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to carry the dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did you get so emotional all of a sudden?
Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of the rest of us.
Yeah, so we have to present the map again, apparently. A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Yeah, just throw it in the river. Throw in the river. But also, the other thing I was thinking about, is that the prisoner, or the runaway fugitive, is carrying a steel ball, right? He's also carrying a steel ball. There might be a problem. There might be a very much a difficulty of him carrying the body, right?
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area. You'll see how. Nice and necessary fashion is sweetless. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eel River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. If only real life logic applies in this game. Well, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I think in the newer games, at least, there's some sort of... there's more logic in it than the older games, I guess.
Oh!
In a kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eel River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Yes. And the newer games are better. The one with Wright's ancestor is better too. Yeah, the Great Ace Attorney, as that they are very good games. Despite my dislike of certain game mechanics like the deduction thing, and also I don't particularly like Sherlock Holmes, though, you know, it's a love and hate situation for me with that character.
Order! 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 I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fay, but I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth.
How sad. You know, if I was the defense lawyer, I'd be like, I'm not finished. I can literally tell, like, shut up, Edgeworth, you know, don't try to interrupt me. Perhaps Miss Fay would try taking dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true.
Unless, you know, it's not what happened. It's very odd, you know. No one can corroborate her testimony. That's the thing with this flimsy testimony that we're talking about. The only thing is that she saw, and nothing. It's really, I would say, unfortunate. Sometimes this is how people get convicted. Like, I don't know whether this is true or not, but a lot of studies mention that a lot of people get convicted just because of eyewitness testimony and all that. And at least I've seen a couple of documentaries and stuff like that showing that, you know, the human memory is very easily manipulated to suit the situation, not really out of not really voluntarily. Sometimes it's just, you know, because of what they thought they saw and all that became true to them in their memory. So yeah, though I would say her testimony, not only that, you know, this witness's testimony is full of problems. And again, a lot of the times I feel like in Ace Attorney cases, the case would have ended very soon if witness credibility was a thing, you know, because they keep the witnesses either keep lying or make mistakes, or they misremember stuff, they contradict themselves, and there's no other evidence to show to point that, you know, our defendant has actually done something. So, in a sense, like, yeah, the cases in Ace Attorney isn't exactly strong. Isn't exactly strong. We like to talk about it in real life. Imagine the jury. I don't know. Sometimes some legal systems, have a jury system. On even if it's just a judge who like decides, whether the person's guilty or not. They can literally see the witness being being unprepared, being not confident about their testimony, what they saw, and what they are saying is truth. There's no need to like how do you say? I guess in Ace Attorney games, break the witness until they go crazy, until they go insane, and then spill out the beans, per se, so to speak. There's no need to go that far. Anyhow. What the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
It certainly is consistent with what the witness has told us.
Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I mean, I would have just literally just said, well, the body is in the car, possibly because, the victim didn't die on the bridge, right? It would be more logical to assume that she died somewhere else, and that is why she was not thrown from the river and perhaps had to be hidden in the trunk, Anyways, please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? All right, I'll do my best. A lot of witnesses would have been held in contempt of court. Yes, a lot of witnesses would be held in contempt of court. Okay. After he stabbed her in the back, she quickly picked her up in arms and carried her over. Oh, so there are more stuff to object, not just this one. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. Yeah, this one is also interesting. Why does the killer want to break the trunk? That's one, for example. The killer probably can find the key from the body or something, or from the car itself, maybe. Why is there really a need to break the trunk? Also, I actually want to look at the evidence of the victim's note here. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. So we are missing one very important thing, is that not only supposedly our victim called our victim, our accused, sorry, our defendant called the victim, but also told the victim to talk to a person called Dahlia. Why is she not in the picture now, even now? Anyways, apparently I need to present either the witness's photo or Dusky Breach map here. I would say, yeah, this one. Photo might be more relevant, right? Well, Mr. Foster, it looks like we've done it this time. Wait, Miss Foster, sorry. Done what? Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake. Like what, Miss Fay?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? Yeah, oh, yeah, that is something very suspicious as well. If, let's say, you were here, you were here, how can you see that happening? Unless you're just assuming, unless you are the one who hit the body, right? Yes, and it's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken a photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? If you try to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in this way. Well, it's very difficult to tell whether it actually blocks line of sight though from this map. Ah! That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Ah! Sorry. I don't know how to scream like a girl. Or maybe I do. Oh, who knows? I admit that the diagram shows large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. Yeah, that's a possibility, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But it just doesn't wash. I believe it was a witness who presented this evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. The outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Oh!
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Unless it's the other way round. Unless it's also that is false. It's actually not how the old situation happened.
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Ballyhoo? Ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. Well, your witness isn't really reliable then, Edgeworth. If she is not in a calm state, she is not able to provide a credible testimony. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. Yeah, so wait, you're not actually helping your case, Edgeworth. You're saying don't trust her, don't trust what she says. If I was the defense, I'd be like, yeah, I won't say anything. I'll let him admit that the witness isn't reliable. No, apparently Mia objects. She was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh! Mr. Judge?
Oh, what is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Oh yes, we can. In this court, we can say anything we like.
Miss Fay, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine.
Yeah, this court, there's no rules in this court, especially in regards to evidence. And boy, oh boy, it was a pain in the ass to study evidence because it's in from my like law school times, evidence itself is its own subject, right? If you like specialize in studying in law, and you have an entire very thick book just talking about evidence and how everything in regards to it is handled, whether it's testimonies, whether it's physical evidence, whether it's evidence that are in data, digital form, all kinds of and also like depending on whether it's criminal, whether it's civil, evidence is also different, and how it's all been how all this stuff needs to be done, processed, vetted through. Oh boy. sorry, I went on a rant. Hello, Ruby. Wait, it's illegal. Yes, it's illegal. It's totally. It's, I wouldn't say illegal. It's totally, the proper word here would be saying irregular, and also this is literally an unfair trial. The meme is not there. Oh no, it's not happening. You don't hear it because I thought I don't hear it. Let me test it. Maybe I have to try it again. Wait, that's illegal. Yeah, I don't hear it, but it's there.
I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? Yes. If I was me, I'd be like, what the fuck? Oh, save the tears for later, kitten. If my defendant, if my client gets sentenced to guilty, I will like go for appeal, man. This trial is a sham. Oh, three stream streak. Oh, I've been watching for 3 times in a row now. Nice. Mr. Armando. Don't look back until the trial is over. Now it's time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten. You need to relax. And you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the cat, hit the body. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Yeah, that's also what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by both the judge and the prosecutor. Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. And how the hell do you know about that? I'm gonna really interrupt you to mention I'm gonna look so I can also start late. No problem, Neon. Go look, go do your stuff. If you're streaming, hope you have a nice stream. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true. It certainly looks like scratch marks around the keyhole.
This judge hums a lot.
It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on his side and pretty dumb. I can't make any mistakes here. What you just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? I feel like maybe there is, but I don't think I have the evidence though. But apparently walkthrough says it doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know what to present as evidence, though. Lisa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in the field taking photos of wild flowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Bom bom bom! Correct. Can't be after our victim died, because she also testified she immediately went to call the police. Finally, I finally got her. Ha, I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fay explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the crashes was she put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally, she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Lisa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. Just look at this, you know. We can't. How could I carry a person at all? It was a man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. But it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous to even suggest that we didn't put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that you took? The corpse could only have been in the trunk when the incident occurred. We already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now is your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Because this camera has a timer function. Although most timer functions don't last a long time. Maybe that's like a maximum setting for 3 minutes or 5 minutes at best. I don't think it has any time such a long timer though. I don't know. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if you had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say that, Miss Fay? When the crime occurred, Miss Foster was in the field as she claimed. Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question. Where was Lisa Foster?
It was here. Naturally, the witness was right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order, order, order! Miss Fay, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. This would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. And who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that night. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. The defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. Since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. I couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. The piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. Time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. She told her about it. Mr. Falls had forgotten victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. Sorry, I suppose I forgot to do the sound. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. It's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf just like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No! She pretends to faint. Or did she really faint? I don't think so.
Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh.
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor. Understood.
Very well. This court is in recess.
To be continued. Wow, this is a long trial. How long have I been streaming? About 2 hours. I hope it's not gonna be too long on the other half. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate myself. I've been talking non-stop for almost 2 hours. And I've hydrated myself. But yeah, some things are... I think I'm getting the picture, but I don't get the intention. I don't know why. Don't know the why. February 16, 1:14 p.m. District Court, Event Lobby number 4. Mr. Foster. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're really good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed a crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay. I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture reminds me everything. Rich looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. I could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Ha, sorry buddy. You sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. You're true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? Go. Go. Let her go. Oh, this was 5 years ago. It was not recent. Shut up. Come closer. I'll kill her. Sorry. You're not going to get a chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. Oh, I think I know what happened now. Okay, I am starting to get the picture. Alright, not going to spoil anything, but I'll just do it. At first, I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but it was to protect her little sister. Can't understand why she did it. No, protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betray us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too. Make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love. My teen angel. Did he actually say my teen angel? I've seen one too many soap operas. Also, how old? How old are you? You're 25 years old, so wow, you're quite young. I thought you were, you were way older. I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia, Valerie too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia's family's rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. And Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. I'll search for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. Tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? But you can't exactly split it in 3 ways, right? You can't divide 2 million in 3 ways exactly. Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. Shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jumped in river. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. I see. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. So Valerie isn't a good detective. Probably wants the $2 million for herself, maybe? At least from basing on our client's words, I guess. It's 5 years. All I wonder is why? 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 Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So, that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Larry herself. Yes, I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? Just want to hear answer come from her mouth. That's all. So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia. Oh. Oh. So, I see. That day. On the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now go on with Dahlia. Go forever. To Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back now. We're about to ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you say it with Dahlia, do you mean Diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her, my sweet Dahlia.
You never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
Yes,
Because Dahlia is really Melissa Foster.
also she was 14 years old. She was 14 years old, while Terry Falls is 20 years old. It's an old game. Okay, I'm always going to just say that. It's an old game. They don't really care about that at that time, but jeez. Anyways, your teen angel. How old was she anyway? Just 14. Yes, just 14. 14? Because you were dropping cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 million. And again, Fall seems to be a bit... could be mentally challenged. So not really, can't really say anything about it. Perhaps, I would say understandable, maybe in a way. His brain is probably... even though his body is 20 years old, his mind is of a younger age. Definitely. Japanese folks don't care about age gap that much from my observation. Still, that's still a thing. Although, I would say there are games, at the very least there are games they put out at some developers are a bit more progressive. If we are talking about animes, still pretty bad. Animes, mangas, light novels, that's still pretty bad. Man, oh man, angels these days. Falls take the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a scum? It's time, kitten. It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. So, how do we produce this? I don't know. Well, how do we use this as evidence? With our imagination. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. She's not just scum, she's dangerous. She's a dangerous scum. It's one of my rules. Remember it. Right, February 16, 1:49 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin a crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? Yeah, also, what Fall said is pretty accurate. She was 14 years old then, right? Because it was 5 years ago, and now 19. Yeah, I don't know. If I was Dahlia Hawthorne or Melissa Foster, I probably would also fake my age. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman?
It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
The age is not faked for the player to connect the dots. Yeah, that would be the case. A motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think. Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Kitten? Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted on in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
Oh, of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
Oh boy. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up.
Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
Has to lie. Keep on lying. Why are you lying? I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college. I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Damn. Cold-hearted son of a... Sorry. I need to maintain composure.
Or out of the country, eh?
Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder.
Indeed.
You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. She has made a lot of statements. Until last year before, we don't really have anything to contradict that. I don't think pressing it will actually work against any of this evidence statements. We don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a cop. Something about this is holding a grudge and killing an officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Kidnapping a poor girl. Yeah, about this, kidnapping a poor... Maybe, maybe you can elaborate more on this statement. I don't know. Let's see what's the right thing to do now. Oh, apparently I do need to press a statement, which would be the before this one. A grudge. Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. How do you know all this? Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. I would say I would object to this testimony because it's not relevant to her. This statement is totally irrelevant to her. Why is she saying all this stuff? She wasn't the one who said all of it. This is literally clear-cut hearsay evidence. Damn. We're doing this now. Hearsay evidence. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. And for those who don't exactly know what hearsay evidence is, it's basically, you know, if A and B were together in a situation and C saw that thing happening, you know, saw the crime happening or anything, and C went to go and tell D what had happened, and if at the end D becomes a witness or somehow becomes a witness and tells what he heard from C, he or she heard from C, that is considered hearsay because D is not a person who has first-hand knowledge of what happened. He just heard about it from someone else. So that kind of evidence is, I would say, very, very inadmissible. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. That's harder. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
It's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. Try to with the last statement.
Have it added to the testimony, I guess. There's no problem. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Your Honor, what the witness has just said now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. Prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unstable, unbalanced one at that. Well, I would say not unstable. He has some sort of a mental underdevelopment, you know, mentally challenged, and that's all. If medical science, I don't know, was more advanced, they would probably be able to pinpoint what he has and probably would get the right treatment and help for him, you know, rather than being treated just like being insane or something. And again, you're not even like saying that he's insane. If he was insane, he would probably not be sentenced to a prison. He will be held in an asylum instead, you know, a psych ward or something like that. That testimony helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why.
Enough, witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
I guess you want to know where your church scarf. Present the white scarf, though. It's not a white scarf. It's a blue scarf.
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in that photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Oh, are you talking about this scarf right there, eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. I've got her now. Just don't mess up. That's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
Oh, right.
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
It's only white in the photo.
Well, it was foggy that day. It was raining as well. It's not surprising that I mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that it was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but
There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is witness's photo. This is the piece of evidence that proves it.
oh, no, it's not.
No, I thought I was on a roll. Now let's ignore all that. Okay, let's not ignore all that. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Yeah. The if it's not the photo, it's the victim's note then, right? Witness. Have you ever seen this note? Yes. If it's not photo, it's this then. Note? No, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have.
I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf. Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No!
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation.
I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was
Melissa Foster!
Hang on there, kitten. What is it, Mr. Armado? Here, I made some special coffee con leche for you. I put in plenty of sugar. That's Spanish. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Spanish. Leche is sugar, I guess? Is leche sugar? Or is it milk? I guess it's sugar. It's probably sugar. I get confused with French. French is, I think it's a bit... French is sucre or something like that. No, I've forgotten my French. It sounds like sugar. That's what I remember. But French and milk sounds very similar as well. You know what? I'm too curious. Wait for me a moment. I'm gonna look this up. Lait. Okay. French and milk is lay. Sugar, sucre. Sucre. Yeah, it is S-U-C-R-E. Alright, okay. Drink it up before it gets cold. Don't be shy. Why are you doing this? Your brain needs stimulation. Drink some of this and then think it over again. Listen, keep messing up like that and you're going to get the judge mad.
Miss Faye, don't just stand there casually drinking coffee.
Oh no! Oh, apparently I need to present this. I guess. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Also, I probably should save. I've used out all my chances. And if I die, if I lose here, I have to start all over again.
Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name right there.
Oh, what's this? So, who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne?
Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
Dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? You don't mean?
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she has died 5 years ago. When she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. The fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. I think it's very easy to fake your age, right? And also very hard to prove how old you are, even with, I don't know, DNA or something, right? Ah. Even you could, Miss Faye. You're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Ha. Ha. Nice work. It was like tossing a grenade to a re-alarm fire. Unless you can tie all the loose ends together. You're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. That's my chance to make Mr. Ashworth squirm.
Witness, just who are you anyway?
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Ashworth, explain yourself.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean?
Yes, I knew it all along. Why? Because I'm the best. I like to hide the truth. Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did you say? What did you say? It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. Yeah, so basically, you know, if we never found out about truth, literally, our prosecutor here was lying. And if, in the event, even now, right, even now, since we found out that she is not, if the prosecution is going to admit that she is not, you know, Miss Foster, and actually is Miss Hawthorne, case can be thrown out. This is a scam case, scam trial. It's as unfair as it can be. Anyhow. No way. But then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was a testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
But, I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. I beg to differ. Edgeworth, don't interrupt me. Wait, no, I'm interrupting Edgeworth. I want to interrupt him more. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. I don't believe that for a minute. Yeah, me too. Who would believe that? Only a dum-dum would believe that. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Fay, I must say, your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, a big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? It's not preposterous at all, you dum-dum.
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around me. Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Ah, that wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Huh. What makes you think they are empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I'm sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrive at a moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, it's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth. How charming. This is coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister Valerie Hawthorne?
I think it's this one. But yeah, let me check. I mean, we don't have anything else that can like connect to her. So wait. Apparently not. Apparently we need... it's this one. Story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, "Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out." Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth.
Whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Fay. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh.
Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Oh no. Well, is it really like he referencing him as a Canadian? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Is this really the last one? 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money, so I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. Oh, is that what she said? This is also not... yeah, not the... she's... The prosecution is adding testimony to her testimony. Oh well. And we're here, and we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Bay.
Yes, Your Honor.
As you heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Very biased. Mr. Edgeworth got to jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up, we've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. Yes. Terry Falls said all that not very long ago. Yes, that's it. Fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. It's a secret. Ka-ching! Okay, 5 years ago was kidnapped by Miss Falls. Do I have to press this? I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million.
$2 million?
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that.
The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think you wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If you ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easier to tell if he was being followed. The only one entrance to the mountain is ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and made an exchange. She shot Mr. Falls in the arms. Okay. Shoving you from the bridge. Survived, but I was afraid I would kidnap. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to press. I don't know what to present. That's the confusing part in this way, in this place. Damn. Okay, it's this one. It's this statement, okay? Shoving you off the bridge from behind. Okay. I think we need to bring this up, apparently. Push you down the Eagle River, I guess, are you saying? But why is this relevant? Why would you push him down? Why would there be a reason? You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push off my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I think it's their position. I guess maybe. I'm sorry, but I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that it's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in this last 5 years. Someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed. That's a bit... It's a bit, how do you say... exaggerating. I don't know. It's a bit too much. Like, this contradiction may... Yeah, if you're like taking it literally, yeah, you're right. If he pushed you directly... like in the direction of the bridge, yeah, you'll fall on land. I don't know. Because in the picture, like in the flashback memory, yeah, they were standing like between each other, like side by side. So I don't know. It's a bit unclear, you know. You have to understand why I'm like, why is this a contradiction? Is it really a contradiction? It just feels like the defense is like trying to be pedantic, you know, try to to find a problem where there isn't really a problem. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Most certain death. Wait, that isn't land? Are you saying that's... Oh... They are saying, she's saying, okay, yeah, that's another thing I'm confused with this map. Is I thought this earthy area here is the same level as this green area here. Okay, my bad, I guess. I don't know. I this map is really bad, or I'm just really bad at reading maps. Like a good map, I feel like a good map would normally, if a ground is more elevated or something, it will be not like this. Perhaps it may be a brighter color or something, or yeah. And if it's lower, it's like has more depth or something, probably has a deeper color to represent, it's not the same height. I don't know. Whoever drew this map sucked. Sucked to give you the right information. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. Okay, why would that be the case? It's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. Edgeworth is making this face. I thought the first time he made this face was only against Phoenix Wright. It's true that a witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated she fell from the back end of the bridge. Yeah, that's what I would make an argument on as well. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Ashworth's explanation correct?
You have to say yes if you want to save yourself. Now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge. My skirt caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious.
Order! Order in the court!
It's all just showing the witness testimony is all bunch of baloney. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, it's just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Miss Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Contradicts the court record, eh? Why would she fall to the side and not to the hole in the middle, right? I don't know. I don't know. What's the flawed logic here? The bridge is like fenced up like that, and it's hard for a person to fall from the side. I think that's that, maybe. Yeah, it is. We have to present this. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone from there. No! But remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wives like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and throw her all over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm.
Oh,
More importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Ugh. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? It is clearly impossible.
ah. Order, order. What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jump into Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this?
Why is there a tiger sound? Indeed. What do you mean by such ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had a gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that, it would have been suicide. Perhaps. Still, exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh? And what was it? What's so important that she wanted to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into rapids of the Eagle River. The diamond! We finally can present the diamond. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. Ah! No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Oh, she's gonna reveal her true self now. Simply...
Order!
Your Honor, 5 years ago the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? Age is just a number. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
But she was a detective, Dan. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
The day of the murder, after receiving a phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote it in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatch your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Just like with Phoenix Wright. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. Does Dahlia even have conscience? No, that's literally probably how a psychopath thinks. That is why, yeah, literally, she was manipulative, she was cold-hearted, she doesn't feel any sorrow at all. In her mind, it was all about the money only, and how to get away with the money. You killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. I think I made this joke as well last time.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
It's me, Michael Jackson. Forgive me, it's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, One more thing. What happened to the $1 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey, are you stupid or something? I would be very angry if I was Mia. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems I've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Just testimony, of course. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Huh. Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando? Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. The testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in her trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, and then went to meet with him, disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. What do you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person who can testify to that demon's crimes? It must be... I actually don't know. Terry Falls? I don't think it's Terry Falls. It is Terry Falls. Apparently it is Terry Falls. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a witness.
A new witness?
Yes. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. Unless Mia channels Valerie. Yeah, somehow Mia doesn't have that power. If she had that power at will and control, the defendant. There's only one person that can shed any further light on that situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne. whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. But it would be the problem would be still, it's a he say, you know. Who are you going to believe more? That's the question. There's only one person who can solve the riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls.
Well, Mr. Ashworth, what is your take on this?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Also, I just realized I have a mole almost as where Mia's mole is. What a coincidence.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point. Yes.
I think she does, but it's not like she can freely do it because of the issue that happened with spirit channeling in the past case. That might be so, but yeah, she has never done it, or at least talk about saying that she could actually do it at will. I don't know. There's a possibility she can, but if she could, she hasn't really abused her she hasn't really like exploited or abused her power. You know, it would come really handy in probably her career as a defense attorney, you know.
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago. One thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. Wait, so if you believe she's dead... Yeah, talk to Dahlia. This is not... this is not what Falls said. This is what Valerie said. It's like a note to herself. The times where Maya channeled was usually not for a dead person to testify, but for Mia to come out. It's not quite the same as channeling a witness out to testify, in my opinion. Maya's channeling... If we're talking about Maya's channeling power, I don't know about the latest game. So, you know, if you know about the latest game where maybe Maya has like full control power or something, please don't tell me. But as far as I know, at this stage, up until now, Maya's power of channeling the dead has two instances. One is that she has to do a ritual, while the other one is like involuntarily, instinctually, whereby she summons Mia out of desperation. While the one time she summons the dead intentionally is through a ritual. So she had to do some sort of a process, have to go through stuff to actually do it. So I don't think Mia has the power to at will do it at this point. And at any other time, we have not been shown, even with Pearls, we don't know whether Pearls has the power to also do it. Nobody has the power to do it at will, at least from what I can tell. And also, it's apparently it's a fact that channeling a person from the dead changes the body proportion. Wait, Pearls also did. Pearls also have the power to channel the dead. You know, Mia did possess the body and all that, but also not at will. Pearl, I think Pearl became Mia not through her own voluntary actions. So none of them did. None of them did, unless it was a ritual. But yeah, maybe she did. We don't know. Maybe Mia did do the ritual, though. Did use the ritual. At the very least, that is one very certain conclusive way to summon a specific dead person. We started doing Fuke. I forgot it wasn't at will. Yeah, it wasn't really at will. It's just that there's Ex Machina. We have to summon Mia.
That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia, it's true. You're alive.
You don't trust me anymore. It makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth. I believe in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Oh no, even at this point she's manipulating.
Manipulating. The gaslight? I would say manipulation, not really gaslight. Just manipulation. Pure manipulation. Like, if you love me, then you would do this for me. That kind of manipulation. It's not like, oh, your memory is wrong, you know. You're dumb. You thought wrongly. You were trying to kill me. All right, you were trying to kill me, Terry. That is gaslight.
Dahlia. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! Yeah. I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water. Can't talk. Need water.
Oh, well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Yeah, he needs help. Good God, I got hit with a 5-minute ad. Oh no, Ginga! Sorry. Who Terry Falls saw.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. It was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there. So I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked and she left. It was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
What did she say? Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. You think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Faye. You can't do that. You've been doing the same thing with me. His last statement, was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence. There's only one person who can stop it. You, Keaton. I think. You think? Thank you for the vote of confidence, Godot. 4 p.m. Stop the car in front of bridge. Wasn't there, waited on bridge. Watch my car from bridge, never put nobody in that car. One woman came, she stood in front of me. We talked, she left. I'm gonna press this, I don't know. What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls? Valerie told the truth about a kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that's why she lied. Got me the death penalty. Were you satisfied with that answer, witness? Dahlia died. It was all my fault. I don't really remember. If I did push her in. Don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead. Just saw that she isn't dead. After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for. I'm gonna press. Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne?
I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. Valerie, I remember her face.
Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, why did you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Sorry, I told a little lie. The woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie.
How? Okay. I'm very confused. Very confused. What? Present. Okay, I can. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Why would this be the statement to push, though? This evidence. I mean, we have a picture of this. How could he mistake this person as? Probably can't. I don't know. Doesn't look like Dahlia. Yeah, that's for certain. Unless something wrong. She wasn't there as I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Very strange. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, they are saying that it is supposed to be this one. You need to present. I'm presenting this one then. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Unless there's a bridge unchanged for 5 years. So if he stood there and bridge really was didn't change anyone, and he was looking over at the car, checking out the car from the bridge, would be impossible for her to come over here, right? Yeah, it would be possible for her to arrive to the bridge from the other side because it's broken, right? Unless I'm being dumb and they have said that the bridge isn't really broken during that time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
What?
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. I just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
Memento?
5 years ago, I hid on the base of tree there.
It's the necklace. Bom bom bom. Everything has gone full circle now.
It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle on the necklace is your memento. It's quite charming. It looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes.
Ugh.
With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it.
I still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
Ah. Mr. Falls dying! It's enough. Please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, we can't trust each other no more, and we're supposed to drink bottle.
Oh man. Damn. She is sick. Dahlia is sick. Seriously, you know, sorry for the language, you know, effed up. Seriously effed up. No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. Could keep promise. So I did. I drank this.
No, we're so close. Just a little more. It's going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust yourself. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls.
Mr. Armando takes for the coffee.
Oh no, he put the poison in the coffee and drank it. Oh, I see. I see that's how he did it. I mean, it would have been looked like very suspicious. Like he drank something from the bottle, necklace bottle. And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended up with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. One person true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on a demonically sweet face. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando. Oh, wait. Well, I thought the ad was still going on. I was thinking, wow, that's a long ad. King, I'm sorry. I thought... welcome. I hope you're doing well. I didn't really say anything before that. I don't know. Because I only saw your message. Like your last 2 messages after the ad. But yes, hope you're doing well. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut off for this. Mia. Godot's music. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Oof. Oof. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. It's Armando. Okay, now I get why he's cool. It's cool here, okay? Godot's cool here. But he wasn't cool all the time before this. No matter... Wait, who's saying this? No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. And you file them away and eventually forget them. Am I about to act unlawful? Seems like it. Oh yeah, also it's Phoenix Wright. Am I doing the right voice? Because Phoenix Wright's voice is just my voice. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. It went on to kill another dude. To cray. Like another 2 people, I think. Or something. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put up on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years. Now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. It's gonna get noise, but I can't. It means I have to end this session now. We're done with episode 4. Now with the truly final episode. Also, that statue reminds me of Solo Leveling. Reminds me of that statue. Anyhow, so yeah, pretty good trial. Very sickening though. I guess, you know, this is one of the more really darker cases of the Ace Attorney series. Yeah, I don't know. You know, some of the other people, you know, might be killers as well, but you know, they all are not that insane as Dahlia, I feel like. they're not as psychopathic as Dahlia. But yeah, it seems like it's not the end of it, and I'm happy that I haven't finished this game, so I can experience this totally from a first time's perspective. And yeah, we'll find out what's happening next time. For those that are watching in the VOD, thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed this session, and yeah. I'm showing at this point. I don't know if people will be watching this VOD sometime in the future, but yeah, if you do, thank you. You're one of the probably thousands, millions of people out of one who does that, and I'm thankful for. I'm grateful for that. You know, not many people would have determination to watch my VODs, I guess, because they go for hours, hours long. Unless you watch them like a podcast, I don't know. You probably can watch them like a podcast because I've been talking the entire time. Well, I'm wasting I'm wasting precious time. Anyways, take care, stay hopeful, but be critical. Bye bye.